Next on is Sedibeng. So that's Mel Lachenicht and Simon Manisi. You will hear that that was sometimes a little bit of a rocky partnership, but here they are today. They conquered and succeeded. And I give over to you, Simon.
Okay. Colleagues, good morning. And how are you? They seems they are cross with us because our partnership was very rocky.
Yeah,
Now, colleagues, before you were having Mr. Mnisi Simon Mkabangala from Sedibeng Primary School at Kalinen Refilwe. With me, I'm having Mel Lachenich from Germany as my partner. Oh, okay. Now, I'm from the school. Our school was established 86 years ago as a church. It is characterized by a high enrollment, learner enrollment. As you see, 1676. And then therefore the community that we are serving is the poor of the poorest community. Their economic status is dependent on the tourism, like Kalinen Lodge, the farms around, only Petra Diamond, the mine here, and the wholesale and retail. Colleagues, in our partnership, we thought then that therefore, as a politician, I can talk 7 hours. Now we thought to say, let us summarize everything. Just give the objectives. We joined the partnership, and then there are 3 programs. There are 4 programs in the partnership in PFP. Right? There's one, the program that the time to think. Here I benefited. I saw or I learned the power of independent thinking, the power of teamwork, and the use of the 10 components. All 10 components experienced at once create a culture of superb thinking, the graceful human connection. I have applied the learning with the learners, staff, the SMT, and the parents, and it works. Next page, flawless consulting. Here, I did not know that I consult every day when I meet with people, and there are steps that needs to be followed for that interaction or a transition to be successful. Community building, through you, my friend. I learned this, and then there are components that one thinks each person needs to be seen, heard, and loved. And then one has to listen, acquire, reflect, and speak. And there are benefits that I benefited from PFP. I changed my leadership model to be democratic and transformational. And that yielded a good result because I think it was assertive. Time management. My director knows very well that my first year as a principal, I used to submit late. Yes. Time management has also become one of our greater success stories, improving time on task and bringing back joy in managing and happiness for all in learning. Improvement of literacy and numeracy at our school. The improvement of parent cooperation. Refugee parents did not care about their learner education, but we tried by all means to make them notice that the school is very much important. Lastly, I'm now confident and energized to lead. The SMT is aligned and cohesive. The community of the teachers is energized and ready The parents and the community is engaged, and it did lead good results. Learners are starting to behave gradually. Our partnership, my friend, I was blessed to be partnered with Nell, a partnership founded on respect and collaboration, my friend. Really serious. Now we had a challenge. I will just read first sentence only. You see, the most challenging aspect was the inability of our partnership to get going right from the start. Because of the reasons furnished. You can see them on that slide. Okay, yes. Really, those reasons were beyond our control and they were beyond our capabilities. But however, with Mariette, we were able to get back to the track. No? Yes, with deliverables which is achievable. My partner's welcoming character also made things much better, much easier and better, Chief. The challenge at school that we identify were effective communication with parents, learner problems at school, which includes truancy and others, actually ill-disciplined learners, and then therefore, as a partner, next slide, a lack of community interest and involvement in learners' education, positive positioning of school, infrastructure challenges, partly because of the age of the school. Then I'll hand over the mic to my partner.
Sorry, just to say, a white Fiat fullback Bakkie, registration XIGONOGP. If they can move their Bakkie, please. No problem, sorry. Mel, thanks, Si. Thank you for an amazing time. I retired from Telkom after 41 years in 2014, and at that stage I looked for some way to add value in other people's lives. I got involved in a community project and a few other things, but then I was approached to get involved with PFP. And I thought at that stage, well, now's an opportunity for me to add value in an environment of a school, and it's always been a passion for me to be involved in school environments. However, little did I know how much I would really learn, how much I would gain out of a relationship, not only from the training, but also from a relationship with Si. It's been amazing. It's for me been a journey of discovery and learning and development, of growth. Has been a major part for me, and not only been helpful in the work of PFP, but it's helped me in my community project that I'm busy with, as well as in my facilitation and coaching at the Halftime Institute of South Africa. So that's been an absolute amazing blessing. It's also opened new worlds of understanding for me about the school environment, realizing how very, very difficult and challenging it is. And my greatest respect for the work that principals like Si and you people do, the challenge that you have daily. So I really respect and admire the work that you do. It's really, it's something that we don't always realize, and so it's very challenging. The courses that were offered, and thanks again to Petra for supporting us, it's been amazing, were really appropriate and timeless. They were at the right time for the right things that we were doing. And I think despite the difficulties of COVID, which I'll mention a bit later on, it's been an amazing journey. Time to Think was a light bulb moment for me. It bringing new and exciting ways to grow relationships in general with people, allowing people to ignite themselves, listen to ignite them, because we often want to give answers and interrupt people before they finish talking. But it allows people to develop their own solutions because they can and they know what they need. It just allows them to say and understand their moments of life. So the gracious attention that we can give people is more valuable than anything else that we can do. Flawless Consulting was amazing. I was an engineering solution consultant for about 15 years of my last 15 years in my life as an executive. And the Flawless Consulting, I was disappointed because I hadn't learned it earlier. Really, it's something that if you're young and you haven't done it before and you're in consulting, this is the type of course that you need to do. It's an absolutely amazing course. And it not only affects your relationships in consulting, but it actually affects your relationships with people. You're able to say your needs, what you need, and not be scared to say that. And I think those are very important things. And I think the contracting that came about is important for guys like Sai and the rest of the principals in working with the communities. Right at the back of our shirts, you'll see that the community is the center of everything that we do. And I think that's important, that the ability to be able to contract with that. So the community building course was amazing. In a sense that it was the first time that this course was done by Zoom. And all praise to Mariette, our effort did that. It's really amazing. The only part that I was disappointed about is the fact that we didn't have face-to-face time with the community themselves. And I trust with time, when the COVID thing is kind of settled down, we'll have a better opportunity of meeting with the community face-to-face and running that process in a special way. But what struck me the most about the training was looking at people's giftedness, not looking for faults, not looking for failures, not looking for blame, but you're looking for the gifts of the community and the people around us, including our teachers, including the SMT, including everybody else. Each one have got gifts. And the ability to be generous. Generous not only with ourselves, but also with our time and with our attention. And I think those were significant for us. So I said our partnership was a little bit rocky in the beginning. We had a few ups and downs, but a lot had to do with Sai's commitment and his passion and his work that he had to do. And COVID really snookered us to a very large extent. We were starting to get going, and then the pandemic hit us. Challenges that we had, and I think many of us had through the COP meetings and so forth, was the technology. Zoom was a good way to go, but technology is always a challenge. Bandwidth is an issue. Electricity cuts, crazy stuff that upset the whole gambit of life. So, but I think despite those things, we started to focus on what we could do, what we could get right. And what we say is, as the community is the center or the heart, the school is the heart of a community. The communication to the community is the lifeblood that keeps that community going. And we felt that one of the things that we could do is the communication to the parents. We do it today by sending out paper notes, and we're never sure that they actually get out there. We're trying to find a better way. We know that financially it's very difficult because the parents can't always have the finances for bandwidth and various other things. So SMSing is potentially one of the ways to do it, and we're investigating that. We've been blessed by able to get a sponsorship via Mariette for a year for 2 schools, which is really fantastic. Thank you very much. And so we hope that we can get this thing going now. We're busy finalizing the contracts and looking at the 3 quotes so that we can choose the right quotes to get going. So yeah, I think that in a big way, we're starting to get going. But lastly, I really want to do what we do in the PFP journey. We appreciate people. I appreciate what Mariette has done, and each and every one of you for the time that I could spend here. And I'm sure we're still going to journey in life together, but also to my partner. I appreciate him for his commitment and for his concern, not only for me and also for the school and for the work that he does. Thank you, my friend. Really appreciate it.
Yeah, no, colleagues, and then we tried to table the 4 benefits. Okay, yes. We resolve our ongoing service delivery issue with Telkom. Parents meeting attendance have improved a lot through evening meetings and other initiatives implemented. School website in progress. Infrastructure upgrade. Much needed infrastructure upgrade has been identified, a business case drafted and submitted to the National Lottery for potential funding. Now, colleagues, it will be unfair to one of our affiliates, and then therefore this is information that may have to go to the public. I'm so sorry, Mariette. And then therefore, colleagues, take note that tomorrow we are having a COSATU national strike. There are 4 things that the department reneged over our collective agreement of 2018. Number 2, corruption that we are experiencing. Number 3, unemployment rate. And then number 4, gender-based violence. Thank you very much.